Hello, people. Comfort Corona here. So, I want to talk about a topic that has been disturbing me since the emergence of this P Square saga, the P Square and their brother Jude. Now, I'm not going to talk about their saga. I'm just going to talk about the emotions behind it, what needs to be addressed, because a lot of families actually have this sibling rivalry going on. A lot of siblings cannot stand each other. A lot of envy, a lot of strife, a lot of competition, unhealthy rivalry, and everybody will come out now to bash them. But what are you doing about your own home, about your siblings? Now, a lot of us will come out and bash our parents. They didn't do well. A lot of us are now becoming parents. A lot of us are parents now. A lot of us will be parents. What are you going to do differently? How are you going to address issues? Because sincerely, this thing is huge and it can go on and tear children apart. Now, we don't have the option of picking who our parents or our siblings would be. So we don't have a choice. We'll all grow out in the same house. We'll all grow up rather in the same house. But we would remain families because of the values that we share, because of the bond, because of how issues were addressed, because of how somebody was not made little for the other person, because of how every person in the family is made to be important and nobody is devalued for the other. So this are the issues. It runs deep. It doesn't start when they are adults. It starts from when they are kids. Now, a lot of parents will say, "Oh, they are children and they are just fighting. They will outgrow it. Siblings always quarrel. Leave them alone." Now, these things can be true, and sometimes it is true. But sometimes today's fight will become tomorrow's fight over property. Today they are fighting over toy. Tomorrow they will be fighting over properties. Today it is competition for attention. But tomorrow it will become a lifelong resentment. Today it is comparison between who is better, who is not better. It will become emotional distance tomorrow. Sibling rivalry is not usually about toys. There are issues that need to be addressed in love, enforcing the sense of belonging, fairness, reinforcing identity and significance in your children, ensuring that they understand that nobody carries more weight in your heart than the other person. Now, sibling rivalry is usually competition, jealousy, resentment, or conflict between siblings arising from the desire for love, recognition, approval, resources, or status within the family. The conflict is rarely about the object. It is usually about the desire for love, the recognition, the approval, resources, or status within the family. It is not about maybe biscuits. It is not about a toy. It is not about a phone. It is not anything. But it is the attitude behind the actions we take as parents or our parents took or you will take as parents. So you may give somebody a phone gift and the other person interpret it as you love the person more. You There's a way you need to balance because all children are not the same. Yeah, they have the same blood, the same gene, but compositions differ. So their emotions differ. You need to identify how your children, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, what are their what are the things that they are not sure of, what are their insecurities, so that when you address issue, you make it wholesome, you address it roundabout. Not that one person keeps feeling that, okay, so I know that in some children, take for example, if you tell them you give them later, if they ask you for something, they are fine, they'll just go and play. But there are some that when you tell them you give them later, they can become sick. Anything can happen. So as a parent, if you now want to attend to those two children, you want to answer one and delay the other because the other is understanding, you need to bring them up to speed. It is not that you will just attend to the one that is likely to give you crisis and the one that is understanding, you abandon that one. No, you need to explain. You need to ensure that you all are on the same page and everybody understand why A is getting the first response before any other person. And A now understands that I need to buckle up. My siblings are sacrificing for me. It is not just in our minds rationalizing it. Then you leave the other siblings guessing what's going on here. What's going on here? There's usually jealousy. They love him more. And this is how it comes about because somebody believes that the other sibling is being favored. Now, the parents might not actually be favoring. It's just because they know that, oh, this one has a little bit of patience, this other one is aggressive. But even at that, you need to let them understand so that one party does not feel jealous towards the other person, and they begin to measure your affection and they say, oh, the last time mommy got him a new phone, the last time daddy got him a new shoe, I usually get second hands or hands me down, or I've always had to wait. These are not things to sweep under the carpet. You need to address these issues head on. Children understand a lot more than we think they understand. And if you don't give them the right information, they can go on and assume anything that would it will it will erupt in future, and it will cause issues. And that what's the joy of a parent when you look back and the children that you raised and nurtured together are sworn enemies? It's because of how these things are handled. There's usually also the fear of replacement. Oh, I'll be replaced with my sibling because I'm better. Your children bring results home and you are not able to address it objectively, and you are saying, see, this person is better than this person. Can't you see your sister? Can't you see your brother? It breeds resentment, insecurity. You have already made one person feel they are not enough, either by your actions or inactions. Now we see them now, and then we are seeing, and everybody's saying, can they settle it in house? Can they do this? Can they do that? But it runs deep. It runs deep, and it is not peculiar. A lot of homes are going through this. Siblings cannot stand each other. They cannot stay in the same room with each other. They are not interested in their progress. It's a competition about, I'm going to be better than you. And it stems from the trauma in the childhood, how their issues were addressed. Oh, mommy and daddy feels you are better than me. I'm going to prove to you that I am better than you. So when they grow up, where they're supposed to support each other, they would sabotage each other just because somebody needs to prove a point that they are enough. There's shame also, there's hunger, all these things, there's loneliness. Please, let's pay attention. Then if you are a sibling, you need to check yourself. We need to be accountable. How have I treated my brother? How have I treated my sister? Their feelings are valid. Am I stronger? Are they stronger? Can we understand why our parents did some things? And can we let it go? Can we forgive? Now, healing is very important, but a lot of people cannot heal because they don't even know why they are doing what they are doing. You need to ask yourself deep questions. Why do I resent this person? You need to trace it down. What is actually going on? What happened? And you need to start dealing with it. That's the only way you can heal. That's the only way you can have healthy relationship. Picture this. You have your own kids now, or when you have your own kids, you are raising them together in love. You want all of them to be together, and then they grow up and they fall apart. The same emotions your parents experience. That's how they were raising you together. And they want all of you to grow up together. But now everybody has gone their separate ways. Things has happened, and it's a deep hurt in the heart of the parents that is still alive and is seeing that their children are not in unity. These are children they raised together. So whatever the errors our parents have made or have not made, if you're an adult now, take responsibility. Review your actions. Where you need to say sorry, say sorry. If you need to express your hurt, please say it. I am hurt because of this reason. Give the other person room to explain themselves. And when they explain, please take it at face value. Not, oh, she said, hey, I'm meant to be. Mm-mm. It's not your business if they are not saying the whole of their mouth. Please take it at face value. Let's have elder relationships. The family is a smaller representation of this society, and that's why everything is broken down in the society. It has become each man for himself. No one is looking out for the other. This is a cause for concern, and we need to do better. We need to do better. Don't sweep issues under the carpet. When you're addressing issues between your children, please ensure that everybody is on the same page. They know why you are taking the decision you are taking. And please be a fair judge. Be a fair judge. Be a fair judge. Be a fair judge. Thank you.